breaking things down is so important. And it also gives you lots of chance to celebrate. And this isn't just a fun thing to do. The celebration is the point where you recognize for yourself the progress that you're making and you start to see yourself as somebody who makes things happen. Hello, and welcome to the Driven Female Entrepreneur Podcast. I'm your host, Melitta Campbell, award-winning business coach, value whisperer, and founder of the Dream Clients Blueprint, your step-by-step guide to communicating and selling your true value with confidence, so you can attract more of your perfect fit clients and have a business and impact you feel proud of. To help you start attracting more clients immediately, I've created a special training for you that you can access at melittacampbell.com/training. On this show each week, I bring you practical advice and tried and tested techniques through my own experiences and those of other successful women in business. Our goal is to help you dream bigger and confidently achieve more in your life and business without ever burning out or feeling fake. This week, I want to share with you a goal-setting approach that I created called Dreams Goals. It bridges the gap between setting goals that keep you playing small and goals that feel so big you feel like a failure every month that you don't achieve them. My Dreams Goals approach has helped many of my clients feel excited to keep growing and feel in control as they move forward in their business. So I hope they help you too. What you're about to listen to is an excerpt from my module in the Dream Clients Blueprint on creating your dream future, which is all about setting goals that help you achieve your dream income, dream impact, and dream lifestyle. So here's me. It's so important that we take the time to create goals and to write them down and to set them correctly as well. Goals help us clarify what we want. It's important to focus in on the positive and what it is exactly that we want. Very often, we're either chasing goals that are too broad, I want more clients, without really taking time to create a goal around that and a plan to back up that goal and to define what is it exactly that we need in order to make that goal happen. So putting up our goals there really clarifies what we want and clarifies what we need in order to make that happen for us. It gives us the start point and it reminds us that this is the direction we're going in and these are the steps we need to take to get there. So it prompts us to take action and makes that action much easier. It also helps us to stay focused on what's important, particularly when you're running your own business, and especially if you're doing that from home. There are so many other things that come up for us. So it can be very difficult to stay focused on what's important for us and to keep moving forward. But once you have your goals set down, it makes it much easier to filter out what isn't going to help us, what is more of a distraction, or what is the most important thing to do now, what can come later. If you don't have those goals set clearly and written down, then it's much easier to get distracted and waylaid along the way, and then our goals drift. And once you have your goals there, you can start to tick them off, particularly if you've created smaller milestone goals and plans behind that. You get to see your progress step by step, which is really motivating. I see it quite often when I have conversations with business owners. Well, I'm doing all of this stuff, but I don't know where it's going, because they haven't mapped it down, so they can't see their progress along the way. And you start to feel overwhelmed because you're busy, you're doing stuff, but you're not seeing the outcomes of that. So breaking things down is so important. And it also gives you lots of chance to celebrate. And this isn't just a fun thing to do. The celebration is the point where you recognize for yourself the progress that you're making and you start to see yourself as somebody who makes things happen. And when you celebrate that, you are reminding yourself of this. So it's really important to see the progress and celebrate every step as you go as well. And you can start to understand what is working or what isn't working for you. So if you are just doing stuff and you're not seeing yourself get towards a clear direction, it's really hard to know if what you're doing is working or not working or what needs to change along the way. So as I said, Goals don't necessarily need to be met in order to be helpful for us. Along the way, we can start to see, well, this isn't working. This goal wasn't realistic or wasn't actually right. It wasn't what I needed. But you can learn along the way. There are no failures or mistakes in business. Things that don't go according to plan provide us with essential information that teaches us what it takes for us to succeed. You have never run your business before. No one can give you this perfect roadmap. So we know we're going to mess up. We know there's failure and mistakes going to come our way. But as I said, these are essential for you to learn for you and your business and your clients and your industry what works. But if you don't have those goals and plans, you are never going to know that. It's all going to be guesswork. And that is going to really impact your ability to feel in control, to feel like the CEO of your business, to feel successful, to feel that you have what it takes to make your business succeed. So our failures are actually a really important part of our success. And goal setting and planning is how we turn those failures into success, into lessons that will take us forward. And just the process of writing your goals down increases your success by 42%. So if you want to achieve an income target, for example, why wouldn't you set a goal and write it down, knowing that that automatically makes you 42% more likely to achieve it? So if your goals are worthwhile, you definitely want to write them down, and you can increase that chance of success even further by writing them down, viewing them every day, and telling other people about them as well. So these things increase our success even more. Again, set goals, write them down, commit to them by reviewing them every day, and you will be amazed by what a big difference that makes. Now, I'm going to take you through different techniques on how to set specific goals, two schools of thought, and my version of that brings those two together. We're going to start with this first model. You have probably already come across if you've worked in an office. It's called SMART goals. So these are specific, so you know exactly what it is that you're working towards. They're measurable, so that you can know exactly when you achieve it. They're achievable, so that you aren't setting goals that aren't realistic. So it's something that's within your realm of possibility, and they are time bound. So you know exactly by when you are going to achieve it. So these are great because, particularly the first one, specific, measurable, and time bound, I absolutely agree that you have to be clear. What is it exactly that you want to achieve? So just saying, I want to work with more clients, for example, I mean, that's not measurable. You get one more client, and maybe it's one client who isn't an ideal client or doesn't pay your full fees, or is a client that's just a one-off session. It doesn't tell you anything useful. So you want to be specific. So to be specific and measurable, for example, you say, I want to work with 5 clients who match my ideal client criteria and buy this specific program, or are each worth X amount of dollars, pounds, euros, whatever currency you're in. So you can start to see how, once you say, I want to work with, for example, 5 clients that are going to take my one-to-one coaching program for 3 months, paying the full price with no discounts, then that is a very specific, measurable. And then to make it time bound, you would just say in 90 days time. You've got your goal, you know what it is that you're working towards exactly, you can measure it, and you know when you've achieved it, and you know the deadline for achieving that. Now, in an office environment, it makes sense that it's achievable and realistic, because you want to achieve your goals so that you can get your bonus. Usually your bonus or a promotion or other things like that are tied to your goals. So you want to make sure that you can achieve them. However, as a business owner, if you know it's achievable and it's realistic, often it means that you're not thinking big enough. It's going to keep you playing small, because in our business, often we have to set goals that we don't know if we can achieve them. This is what we want, I don't know if I can make it happen. I've not done it before. We're doing things the first time. So we don't necessarily know if it's achievable and realistic. So I love specific, measurable, and time bound, but achievable and realistic, I'm not sure that is motivating and going to help us grow ourselves and our business as much as we'd like. Which is why I quite like this next model from Brendan Burchard. He said, forget smart goals, we should be setting dumb goals. Now, dumb goals, these are dream-based, unifying or uplifting, method-friendly, and behavior-driven. So what he's talking about here is dream-based. It should be stretching. It should be based on your vision for the future. And unifying means it brings together your values, your vision, your plans for the future, everything about you and what you want. It brings that together, your goal. And uplifting means it's positive, it's seeing you grow, it's something you're excited about, it's going to take you more in the direction that you want to go. Method friendly means you know how you're going to get your goal. You might not know it's achievable and realistic, but you know the method you're going to use to approach your goal. And I like that idea too, that you have a framework that you're working towards. And behavior driven is all about your personal growth, that it's pushing you to live into the personal brand, live into the person you want to be, and to stretch you to learn and to make mistakes and to grow through that. So I love this idea of the dream-based, unifying, method-friendly, behavior-driven. I think that's great, but there's nothing here about being specific or time-bound, which is two things that I think are really, really important, actually. So I would suggest that your dumb goals work brilliantly for your longer term goals. So goals that you're setting maybe a year from now, 3 years from now, 20 years from now, make those goals big, dream-based, that they live into your vision, that they're helping you grow into the person you know you can be, and use your SMART goals for your short-term milestones. So these are specific. You know that you can achieve this in the next month to 3 months. You are in that space. So they work much better in those shorter term goals, and the dumb goals concept works brilliantly for the longer term goals. So that's the way I separate these two. I think they're both brilliant concepts. They both have pros and cons, but I think dumb goals for big goals, smart goals for small goals. However, I did try and bring these two together. So I've called them dreams goals. Doesn't quite grammatically work, but the D stands for directional. So it's taking you in a clear direction towards the vision that you have for your business. And they're relevant to what you want to be achieving. They're relevant for the impact you want to have, the person you want to become. And they're exciting. You've got to be excited about your goals, because we do two things in life. We do what we love and we do what we're being watched on. And this is the challenge for entrepreneurs. We know how easy it is to do things that we enjoy, but nobody's watching us. So if we're not excited about what we're working on, it's really hard for us to motivate ourselves. It's too easy to let things slip. So these have to be exciting. And the A stands for aligned. So this is what Brendan would call unifying, where it's aligned to the person we are, our personality, our vision, our values, the way we want to be showing up in the world, the impact we want to be known for, our brand. All of this is aligned with everything that is important for us and the person we are and want to grow into as well. And measurable, that part, as I mentioned, is really important, and specific is the S on the end. So that's still clear as well. So it's directional, relevant, exciting, aligned, measurable, and specific. And the T didn't quite fit. Maybe if you're good at anagrams, you can help me bring the T into that. But I'm including time-based in the specific area here for that purpose, because I think that's really important as well. So that's the dreams that brings this all together. So as you move forward, set your goal and then check, is this going in the direction I want for my future? Is this relevant for what I want, for how I want to be known, for the impact I'm creating? Am I excited about this. Does it feel in full alignment with who I am, what's important to me and meaningful for me, and what I want to create for my clients? Can I measure it? And is it specific with that time element included as well? So keep that in mind as you set your goals. Thank you for listening today. I hope you found this episode helpful as an introduction to the power of setting goals and how dreams goals can help you bridge that gap between setting goals that are too small and not really motivating to goals that are too stretching and not clear and actionable enough. I would love it if you come and let me know in the Dream Clients Club community on Skool. That's SKOOL.com. What your biggest takeaway was, and what are your dreams goals? What are you working towards as we head into the autumn? And if you enjoyed the show, as always, I would love it if you could leave a review on iTunes, as this helps other women to find the show and benefit from all the wisdom locked into the last 170 episodes. There are lots more tools, tips, and insights coming up for you in the next episode, so don't miss next week's show, or better still, subscribe now so you never miss your weekly dose of inspiration. But before you tune in next week, be sure to grab that free training I've created for you at melittacampbell.com/training. I've been your host, Melitta Campbell, business coach and value whisperer, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next episode.